The animal kingdom is vast and contains a huge diversity of life forms. Most of the animals that we encounter on a daily basis have been domesticated, or at least socialized to live near humans, while others live in remote climates, far from human civilization. Under the right conditions, these animals can reach unbelievable sizes. From house pets to deep-sea creatures, we are exploring 10 of the largest animals in the world. Anyone who has stood next to a Great Dane knows just how massive they truly are. Their ancestors were bred in ancient Greece to hunt boars, but they were later adapted for German nobility. The result is a dog large enough to hunt a boar with the composure of monarchs. The Great Dane's large and imposing appearance belies its friendly nature. They're known for seeking physical affection with their owners, and the breed is often referred to as a gentle giant. The largest dog ever recorded was Zeus, a Great Dane from Michigan who measured 3 feet 8 inches tall on all fours and an amazing 7 feet 5 inches high when he stood on his hind legs. Zeus weighed in at 155 pounds, making him far from the heaviest dog in the world. This title belongs to Zorba, an English Mastiff who weighed 343 pounds. Of course, Great Danes have relatively short lifespans, and Zeus passed away in 2014. That means that the tallest living dog is Freddie, another Great Dane from Essex in England. Freddie is only 1 inch shorter than Zeus was, standing 7 feet 4 inches tall on his hind legs. We don't generally think of rabbits as large animals. Most of the rabbits we find in our yards are small and harmless. In fact, the average rabbit weighs between 2 and 5 pounds. That makes Darius, a continental giant rabbit from Worcester in the UK, by far the largest rabbit in recorded history. Darius is over 4 feet long and weighs more than 50 pounds, dwarfing the children whom he usually plays with. For a while, it seemed that Darius' son Simon would surpass him as the world's largest rabbit. At only 1 year old, Simon was only 1 inch shorter than his father and a few pounds lighter. Tragically, Simon passed away on an airline flight from London to Chicago. He was allegedly meeting with a prospective buyer, but the circumstances surrounding the incident remain mysterious. Since then, Darius' owners have retired him from the spotlight. At 8 years old, he no longer interacts with the media, in an effort to keep his lifestyle stress-free. His family are very close with him, and they want to make sure Darius' later years are pleasant and relaxed. A liger is a hybrid offspring with a lion father and a tiger mother. They're distinct from a tayan, which has a lion mother and a tiger father. These animals are largely unable to reproduce and have physical and behavioral characteristics of both lions and tigers. They are by far the largest known cats in the world, bigger than either of their constituent species. Among these giants is Hercules, the largest known non-obese cat in the world. At only 3 years old, he was 10 feet 9 inches long and weighed more than 900 pounds. As a point of comparison, this is about 100 times heavier than the average house cat, and roughly 7 times the weight of the average male human. Though Hercules is the largest non-obese cat in the world, there was once a liger named Nook who lived in an animal sanctuary in Wisconsin. Due to Nook's sedentary lifestyle, he was measured at a weight of 1,213 pounds, even though his trainer said that he had recently lost weight. Compare this to the largest lion on record, which was only about 1,000 pounds. To maintain his size, Nook could eat 150 pounds of raw meat in a single meal. If you've ever encountered a jellyfish while swimming, you know that their tentacles can sting and even cause serious harm. In fact, the sea wasp jellyfish's venom is 60 times more deadly than a viper. Though they don't have brains, these animals send a serious warning to all organisms in their path. But today we're not concerned with the deadliness of these animals. Instead, consider the lion's mane jellyfish, the largest known jellyfish on Earth. The creature is native to the Arctic waters surrounding Antarctica, Scandinavia, and Ireland. The largest recorded specimen had a bell which measured 7 feet long and tentacles that measured an unbelievable 120 feet. The lion's mane jellyfish uses its stinging tentacles to capture, pull in, and eat prey. Few sightings have been made, because this jellyfish inhabits the area known as the abyss, that lies between 3,000 and 6,000 meters deep. It's very rare for them to approach coastal areas. When divers have been pictured with the creatures, they appear tiny by comparison, and no photo has ever effectively documented their tentacles underwater. In several cases, lion's mane jellyfish have proven fatal to human beings. Alligators are some of the most ancient animals living on the planet. They've existed in an almost identical form for 8 million years, and their ancestors can be traced back more than 200 million years to the Triassic period. They survived among dinosaurs through their size and tenacity, and even though most of their contemporaries are extinct, these traits continue to help them proliferate. The American alligator is the largest alligator species in the world, with the average male measuring 790 pounds and about 13 feet long. But when the Stokes family was fishing near their home in Alabama, they saw an alligator which proved to be the largest ever documented. The family was concerned for the safety of their pets and children, so they shot the alligator and had it taxidermied and put on display at a local museum. The creature was 15 feet 9 inches long and weighed an astonishing 1,011 pounds. The animal's body is currently on display at Montgomery Zoo in Alabama. While the Stokes family are happy to receive credit for their discovery, they're mostly relieved that no one was harmed by the animal before they killed it. Snakes come in all shapes and sizes. They range from harmless garden snakes to boa constrictors and anacondas. The latter are large enough to consume humans whole, though it's not especially common. The legends of massive snakes come from all over the world. The largest snake ever recorded in captivity is a reticulated python named Medusa, who lives and works in Kansas City, Missouri. Pythons usually grow to between 10 to 15 feet in length, but Medusa is a jaw-dropping 25 feet 2 inches long. It took 15 grown men to lift her approximately 500-pound body for her official Guinness World Records measurement. Her diet consists of a combination of rabbits, hogs, and deer served bi-weekly. She's been known to eat a whole 40-pound deer in one sitting. Unlike many of the other animals on our countdown, Medusa does not live in a sanctuary, preserve, or personal home. In fact, she's a working member of the Edge of Hell haunted house in Kansas City. Along with a cast of dozens of human actors, Medusa works to frighten visitors with her sheer size and appearance. While it might seem silly to describe a snake's job, her co-workers are insistent that she knows when patrons are visiting the haunted house and changes her behavior accordingly. The 14-year-old snake will stay completely still, hoping to surprise guests as they walk past her. Ever since the popularity of Steven Spielberg's Jaws, the world has had a sick fascination with great white sharks. But most sharks are not as deadly as the fictional creature in Jaws. In fact, the vast majority of shark species are not dangerous to humans, and great white sharks have only killed 472 humans in recorded history. This makes them less dangerous than cows, deer, bees, flies, snails, and snakes, among many other things. But it's easy to understand how people develop a fear of sharks. A great white's 2 rows of razor-sharp teeth are backed up by a massive stature. Females can grow to 15 feet in the wild and even larger in captivity. The largest ever recorded was caught on video in 2015. Nicknamed Deep Blue, the shark circled the divers in a cage, rubbing up against them with its fin and tail. This behemoth shark is estimated to be more than 20 feet in length. Researchers believe she was a pregnant female who was more than 50 years old. These powerful creatures can live to be more than 70 years old in the wild. In this case, the shark was merely curious about the divers. After she explored their cage, she swam off, never to be seen again. Millions of years ago, amphibians were a large and diverse class of animals, but in modern times they are represented almost exclusively by frogs and salamanders. Of these thousands of living organisms, there is one salamander that far outweighs the rest. The Chinese giant salamander is fully aquatic and native to Rocky Mountain streams in central China. They commonly grow to be more than 6 feet in length, taller than the average human male, and 130 pounds. Unfortunately, the story of the Chinese giant salamander is a tragic one. There are a number of factors driving it toward extinction. The first and most serious is poaching. Chinese giant salamanders are considered a delicacy in China and can be sold for $280 for a single kilogram. This exorbitant price makes them a common target for poachers. They're also used in traditional Chinese medicine, thus exacerbating their situation. Beyond this, their habitats are quickly disappearing. Because they thrive in natural streams, damming of rivers forces them out of their homes. On top of this, water pollution is severe in this part of China, effectively poisoning the salamanders. Conservationists are attempting to save the animals, but their survival is unlikely without public support and funding. Squids have fascinated humans for millennia. They're the source of many nautical legends, including the fabled Kraken, which was said to eat ships and sailors alive along the coast of Greenland and Norway. Of course, these legends have been greatly exaggerated, but one can understand how sailors came to these spectacular conclusions. Giant squids are a perfect example of a concept called deep-sea gigantism, which states that animals tend to grow more massive as they descend deeper into the cold, dark abysses of the ocean. Though there have been very few sightings, and the creatures have only been documented when they wash up on shore, giant squids can reach at least 43 feet long. But believe it or not, giant squids are not the largest known squid species. Colossal squids are even more rare, but they can grow to at least 46 feet in length and 1,650 pounds, making it the largest known invertebrate in the world. Though the animals use different methods to kill their prey, both have 2 enormous feeding tentacles which kill the animal, before bringing it to their 8 ambulatory tentacles and beak. The last animal on our countdown holds a number of superlatives. Not only is the blue whale the largest whale species, it's also the largest mammal and the largest known animal ever to live on Earth. Even accounting for fossil records, the blue whale is far larger than any dinosaur that ever walked the Earth. The blue whale can grow to 98 feet in length and can weigh as much as 173 tons, or 346,000 pounds. These gentle creatures subsist almost entirely on tiny marine organisms called krill. The blue whale was abundant around the world until the 20th century, but for more than 100 years they were hunted almost to extinction, and it's estimated that only about 5,000 blue whales exist in the wild. With public support and legislation, the continued hunt for blue whales can be reduced, giving the creatures a chance at survival. This is extremely important, as the animals are deeply intelligent and play an important role in the marine ecosystem.